Hello my dear student, welcome back in science classes. I am Jakpreet Kaur, your science teacher of Ardent Progressive School. Dear student, in this video we are going to start a new chapter of grade 4, that is chapter number 4, Animals Living and Surviving. Okay, in this we will study about the animals, that how they live and how they survive. In the previous chapter also I have explained you about the plants, means how the plants they live and how they survive. Okay, the same way as the plant live in the different places, the same way the animals also live in the different places. Like in the plain areas, they live in the mountains, in deserted areas. Okay, but some of the animals they live on air also, as well as they live on the trees also. Okay, and on the basis of the availability of the food for the animals and the environment, they adjust according to them. So we are going to learn everything about it. So let's begin. Dear student, like plants, animals also have some special features which help them to adjust according to the surroundings, means how the availability of the food, okay, and the shelter, they also adjust to live there. So that is known as an adaptation. Okay, so let's see here, what is an adaptation? Adjustment of animals according to the surroundings in which they live is called adaptation. Okay, is called adaptation. Means the place where the animals are living, okay, according to their surrounding, according to the environment, according to the availability of the food, okay, and so the animals have adjusted there. They have accepted all the things that are available in their surroundings. So that is known as the adaptation. Okay, that is an adjustment. Simply we can say adaptation. What is this? This is just an adjustment according to the surroundings. Okay, according to the surroundings in which they live is called an adaptation. Okay, now next is in habitats. What is this? Habitats. Different types of animals are found in different regions. Okay, so there are the different types of the animals are there, like of the plants. So they live in the different regions. Like some animals, they live in on land. Okay, so that is in terrestrial animals. Some of the animals they fly, so that is arboreal animals. Okay, sorry, the aerial animals. The animals those who fly on the in the sky are known as the aerial animals, and the animals those who live on the trees are known as arboreal animals. Okay, and some animals they live on the mountains also. Some of them they live in the deserted areas. So according to that, the region where they live, okay, so that is in habitat, and according to that the animals are also classified. So now let's see that. So the very first classification of the animal is the terrestrial animals. Okay, so there is the plant is also there. The terrestrial plant, the same way the terrestrial animals also there. So these animals live on land. Okay, the animals which live on land are known as the terrestrial animals. So on the surface of the ground, means the animals that live on the surface of the ground, okay, on the land, they are known as the terrestrial animals. And the terrestrial animals also they have legs to walk, okay, and they have well developed nervous system and the sense organ. As we have the sense organ, the same way the animals also have sense organs, okay, which help them to feel the change in the surroundings. Okay, so that is in terrestrial animals. The examples are tiger, okay, cow, lion, okay, and etc. So now let's see the next. Next classification is the arboreal animals. Okay, the animals which spend most of their time on the trees. So the animals that live on the trees are known as arboreal animals. Okay, like the chameleons is there, squirrel is there, okay, and birds are also there. They also spend most of the time on the trees only, okay, and the lizard is also there. So these are an examples of an arboreal animals. Okay, now next, the features of the arboreal animal is they have strong hands and they have strong legs. Okay, so which help them to climb on the trees. Okay, and they also have this strong claws. They have strong claws. CLAWS, claws. Claws यानी कि उनके जो पंजे होते हैं, that are also strong, which help them to climb on the trees. Okay, so these are the features of the arboreal animals. Now next is in aerial animals. What is the aerial animals? The animals which live mostly in air. Okay, means most of the time they spend on in the air. Okay, they fly, so that is known as an aerial animals. Examples are the birds. Okay, birds are the example of the aerial animals. They most of the time they spend in air. They fly. Okay, and they have some special features which help them to fly in the air. In the air. Example, like they have very light body, okay, and they have light weighted bones, means their bones are hollow. Okay, they are not rigid. The bones of the birds are hollow, and their body shape is like a boat. Okay, so this feature helps the bird to fly, and the animals which most of the time they spend in air are known as the aerial animals. Okay, so I hope you understood the arboreal animals, the animals which spend most of their time on the trees. Okay, the example I have told you. Next is the aerial animals, the animals which live mostly in air. Okay, so now let's move to the next. Next one is the fourth classification, that is aquatic animals. As the plants are also there, aquatic plants, the same way aquatic animals are also there. The animals which live in water are called aquatic animals. Okay, they are called aquatic animals. Means the animals which they live in the water is known as an aquatic animals. For example, the fish, crabs, okay, turtle, and ducks are also there. Some of time they swim on the water. Okay, so on the basis of the surroundings, means where they live, okay, they have some specific feature. They have some special feature which help them to live in the water. Like they have fins, fish, okay, they have fins to swim, okay, and their bodies are also there, okay, which help them to swim inside the water. And some of the aquatic animals that live in the land, they have some special other features, like instead of the lungs they are having gills. Okay, they have gills to breathe inside the water. When I am talking about the ducks, so they also swim. Okay, and when we talk about the turtles also they live on the land as well as they in the aquatic. So the turtles have webbed like feet. Okay, the image you can see here, the image of in their feet, that are the webbed like. What is webbed? WEBBED, webbed. What is webbed? The spider as they makes the webs, है ना, जैसे जो स्पाइडर हैं आपके जाले बनाते हैं, the same way their feet are also like that, so that is known as an webbed like feet. So this web like feet helps the turtles to swim inside the water, means they helps them to push the water to the backside, which help them to swim inside the water. Okay, so these are the aquatic animals. The animals which live in water are called aquatic animals, and they are having some specific features. For example, of the when we talk about the fishes, so the fishes, they have fins and their tails help them to change the direction. And when we talk about the turtles, because the turtles also live on the land as well as they live inside the water, so they have specific feature to swim inside the water, that is they have webbed like feet. Okay, and this web like feet help them to swim inside the water. Now next is in amphibians. Now let's see what is an amphibians. The animals which can live in water as well as on land. Means the animals which can live in the water as well as on the land are known as amphibians. They are known as amphibians. Okay. So there are the animals that live on the land as well as they live inside the water also. For example, the frog. Okay, so the frog have some specific, the special feature or the specific feature we can say, that is they have moist skin. Okay, which help them to breathe inside the water. When the frog they go inside the water, how they breathe from their skin. Okay, they are not having any gills. Okay, so inside the water they breathe from their moist skin. And when they live on the land, when they come on the land, then they breathe from their lungs. Yes, the frogs have lungs, not gills. Okay, so when they live on the land, when they come on the land, they breathe from their lungs, and when they go inside the water, then they breathe from their moist skin. And they also have web like feet as the turtles are having. Okay, and this web like feet helps the frog to swim inside the water. Okay, so what is an amphibians? The animals which can live in the water as well as on land are called amphibians. Okay, example I have told you of the frog. So frog have moist skin which helps them to breathe inside the water, and when they come out on the land, then they breathe from the lungs. Okay, and they have web like feet which help them to swim inside the water. Okay, dear student, so let's recall it again. First we have studied about the terrestrial animals. The terrestrial animals which live on the land are known as terrestrial animals. Okay, they have well developed nervous system and the sense organs which help them to react according to the changes, or they can feel the changes that is taking place in their surroundings. And they have lungs to breathe. Okay, the animals that live on the lands, which are known as the terrestrial animals, they have lungs to breathe. Okay, next we have studied about the arboreal animals. Arboreal animals are those which most of them which spend their time on the trees. Okay, and they have special features which help them to climb the trees. That is, they have strong limbs, means they have strong hands and the legs, and they have strong claws. CLAWS, claws means जो उनके पंजे होते हैं, that are also strong, which help them to climb the tree. Okay, and the third that I have told you classification is an aerial animals. Aerial animals means the animals which spend most of their time in air. The example is birds. Okay, and the birds have again, they have some specific features and the special features which have them to fly. That is, their body is very light and their bones are also light. Okay, their bones are light, that's why their body is also light. Why their bones are light? Because they are having the hollow bones. Okay, so the hollow bones are lightly weighted, and they are also having the wings which help them to fly in the air, and their body is boat-like. Okay, their body shape is a boat-like, which help them to fly in the air. Next, we have studied about the amphibians. Okay, amphibians are the animals which live on land as well as on water. ठीक है, वो जो दोनों में रहते हैं, on the land as well as in the water, are known as the amphibians. Example I have told you about of a frog. Okay, so the amphibians, they have specific feature again, means they have the moist skin which help them to breathe inside the water, and when they come out on the land, so they breathe from the lungs. And they also have web-like feet as of turtles, which help them to swim inside the water. Okay, so dear student, this is all we have studied here in this video. In the next video, we will continue this chapter. So till then, keep learning, stay safe and stay healthy.